What's going on, everyone? So today we are seeing if Revan can follow the rule of 2 with Revan Vigilance today, utilizing always 2. Before we dive into the list and talk about all the sweet cards we get to play with, I want to say a big thank you to my patrons over on Patreon. Thank you for supporting the channel. And I got a CCG player link in the description down below. Let's dive into Revan's rule of 2 here and see what is going on. So what do we have with Revan here? Well, we get a bunch of new set 5 cards with Vigilance. Vigilance is kind of the other way to go about this game. So we've got a couple of new additions that really make you want to go into Vigilance over any other aspect. The first one is Talzin's Assassin. Absolutely amazing. Just give you the option to basically just use the Force, give them something -3/-3, which makes really easy to trade off with some units or kill their unit and get an experience tokens with Revan's ability. We've got Secretive Sage as a nice 2/2 shielded to go ahead and, well, give us the Force. We've got Karis to go ahead and use the Force to give something -2/-2 when it's defeated. We got Chirrut as an amazing Sentinel here because we're going to be able to generate the Force. We get Shatterpoint, which allows the use of the Force to defeat something, and we get always 2. These are kind of the main options. Always 2. Choose 2 friendly Sith units. You give 2 shield tokens, 2 experience to each of those chosen units, and then defeat all other units. What are our Sith units? Well, Revan's one of them, and we have Darth Tyrannus and Darth Malak as the other 2. Those are going to be kind of the combo elements. We have Darth Revan's lightsabers to put on Revan himself, and then we also have a couple of kind of middling pieces from Vigilance. I think 2 or 3 of them that are really solid for the deck. First, Bolstered Endurance. This can attach to any Force unit. So Tyrannus, Malak, Chirrut, Secretive Sage, and it's getting +1/+3. This makes it really likely for our units to actually trade and live or hit and live, so we can get the value from Revan's ability. It's also one of the reasons why we're playing things like Secretive Sage and Krennic, because they are shielded, which means it's more likely for us to actually be able to have those units live so we can get the value. Same thing applies to Axe. And then if we do get that experience, he becomes a 4/4, which is even better. And +2/+2 for every experience after that. The other card is Axe, as I mentioned, and actually Death Trooper. Death Trooper is a really nice addition in this. It makes it so that, you know, our 2/2s on turn 1 actually have the option to finish off a unit depending on how we play it out, which is really nice. So I do think Death Trooper is pretty nice addition as well. But we're going to see what we could do with Revan here. I'm excited. It's one of my favorite characters of all time. It's my favorite character of all time. And he kind of got snuffed a little bit. So let's see if we could win with Revan following the rule of 2. All right, into our first game. And I just mulliganed into an even worse hand. So, you know, that's always great. Talzin's Assassin looking pretty mediocre here. So is Shatterpoint because we have no Force units to actually trigger them. This game looks like a loss already. No turn 1 play is horrible, but that's okay. Let's go ahead and claim, and we'll see what we can do. Okay, let's go ahead and resource the Axe, and we're going to play a 4/4, and we're going to see what we could do with this 4/4. Hopefully, we can get some value going. Okay, Concord Dawn Interceptors is not scary at all. That is exactly what I kind of want to see. Constructed Lightsaber, Power of the Dark Side. Lots of expensive plays. I think Constructed Lightsaber, I mean, that does seem pretty good with Revan. I mean, maybe I don't care about... Always 2 is the resource, obviously. Duh. Let's go ahead and just give an experience token over to our Grievous here. And I think we just drop in the Chirrut as a nice little value play here. Chirrut, and then we could follow up with Bolstered Endurance, Lightsaber on Revan, and then maybe go to town there. Yeah, Chirrut's going to be a nice Sentinel body here. It's going to make it so that my opponent really doesn't have many things to be able to knock out what we got going on. Ooh, Malak as well. Interesting. Okay, so I'm going to attack with Chirrut. No, I'm going to deploy Revan first. I'm going to deploy Revan and see what my opponent does. I would have loved to have a Force unit here. That would have been an amazing option for us earlier on. Like, if we had just a Secretive Sage on turn 1, the game would have been so over right now. Traitorous, huh? Okay, let's go ahead and just... I think what we'll do is we'll attack into the Village Protectors to get the Force. And then they can attack into Chirrut, which we could use the Force to shrink their Grievous down. I'm very surprised they did not just go for a different play entirely. Let's go with bolstered endurance on the Chirrut. I think that's going to be a solid option here for us. And then we attack into village protectors, kill off village protectors, get another experience token, and then we just hope that my opponent doesn't have another traitorous. I mean, traitorous is not exactly the car. I mean, traitorous doesn't work on Chirrut. Sorry, I don't know what I'm saying here. Ignore me. All right. Bolstered Endurance, Shattered Point. I love those cards. Power of the Dark Side seems pretty bad because I don't really care about this Concord Dawn. I could not care less about it. Constructor Lightsaber makes Revan a 7-powered unit, which is really, really nice. We could even deploy Malik and put Bolstered Endurance on Malik, which looks pretty good as well. But I'm going to start off with just an attack with Chirrut, mainly because I don't really care if Chirrut just chills. Specifically because we have a Sentinel up, so they're going to have to find some other way to deal with Chirrut, whether it's removal or some other action here. Hera comes in. That's fine. I'm going to deploy Malik. Ready up Darth Malik. That's going to be pretty nice for us. We do happen to have Kanan. Okay, great. We can put Bolstered Endurance on the Malik, and now it's a 5/10. We can knock out Kanan, get an experience token. Then we can go ahead and knock out Hera if they deploy it. Hera, remember, is a 4/6, and Darth Revan can one-shot her. So easy kill on Hera. Get an experience token. Easy peasy here. Kill off Kanan. Get an experience token there. Pass. Oh my gosh. Guys. It's happening. Yes! I'm so excited. Yes. I should have used the Force, but I don't care at this point because we're going to go always 2 plus Revan lightsabers. Come on, pick up like an Akbar or yes. Oh no, man. What? It's so lame, actually. I don't even think that was the right play necessarily. But we got the big old Malik. Oh my gosh, guys, Malik is gigantic. I am so killing Luke. I love it. That's not the right play at all, by the way. It is totally the incorrect play because if they have a unit here like Luke, they could still go ahead and kill off. Oh yeah, guys, easy peasy Shatter Point. All right, this was absolutely sweet. It was absolutely sweet. I played the meme game plan because I wanted to always 2 and go Darth Revan's lightsabers on the 2 and then just have this absurdly powerful unit. But that was pretty sweet. Bolstered Endurance absolutely carried that game, by the way. Just such a cheap +1/+3 upgrade. Super massive there. Really, really good stuff. All right, into our next game here. Gonna mulligan this hand. I don't really like this all that much. And of course, we pick up a horrid hand. Absolutely atrocious. Wow, I absolutely hate this. Let's go ahead and just pass here, see what my opponent does. Tarkin Town's just horrible for us. Okay, and they're just going to do nothing. That seems fine with me. Let's pass. So we got another Power of the Dark Side as an option. We'll see what my opponent decides to do here. Yep, we can take some damage. They'll ready up the units. We'll Power the Dark Side. That is probably the best play they could have had because it at least gets in some damage. We're going to go and claim initiative. We got another Power of the Dark Side, which I do like, but I think Chirrut's going to be the play here. Let's just go ahead and drop a Chirrut immediately. They're not going to be able to knock it out with a ping plus the Target Town, which is good, which means we'll probably get an attack in with the Chirrut, which I do like. So let's go ahead and claim initiative. They have Adi Gallia. Adi Gallia is not bad. They have N1 Starfighter. That's pretty good as well. Ooh, Bolstered Endurance. That's what I want to see. That is absolutely what I want to see. That is an amazing draw. Wow, Bolstered Endurance is crazy. We're going to attack immediately because I want to get the Force so that if they play like a Plo Koon here, we at least can make them use Tarkin Town. That's what we want to do. We want to make them use the Tarkin Town if they have it. So we'll see what they've got here. Make us discard here. That's not great. Okay, we will. Force Throw is freaking good to you guys. Jeez. Let's go ahead and deploy. And we could Bolstered Endurance up the Chirrut. I think that's worthwhile. I think we'll Bolstered Endurance up the Chirrut. Now they can't knock it out with an attack from Ahsoka Tano, huh? Wow. Yeah, we'll discard Shatter Point. We'll deploy Revan now. We'll see what they decide to do in this game. I think we're actually in a decent spot. We'll go Constructed Lightsaber on Revan and just start knocking out units, huh? Just start knocking out units. Because now they can't deploy Quinlan. Oh, they're going to deploy Quinlan? Oh, yeah, that's an easy Quinlan kill. Easy Quinlan kill. Easy Quinlan kill. Whew. Okay, I'm liking our spot. I'm liking our spot against Quinlan Red, guys. I am liking our spot quite significantly. Constructed Lightsaber, guys. Maybe I was sleeping on this card here in Revit. I should be putting more copy. Oh, they just conceded. No way. Wow, we just dominated Quinlan Red, and they had a good curve. Like, Guerrilla Soldier turn 2 plus the Adi Gallia, N1 Starfighter into Force Throw, Ahsoka Tano, Quinlan deploy. Like, that was a good curve. I am surprised that they played it that way, though. If they're going to deploy Ahsoka, I think what you do is deploy Quinlan first. Well, no, that wouldn't have worked. That wouldn't have worked. Yeah, that wouldn't have worked. Yeah, no, they sequenced it fine. They just thought they couldn't win at that point. And honestly, they're probably right. Because next turn we would have Darth Tyrannus, which would have became a 5-2 shielded. We would have had the Chirrut still up. Chirrut becoming an absolute brick wall. Bolstered endurance, though, guys. This is a disgusting card. This Constructed Lightsaber was great there, but honestly, Darth Revan's lightsabers would have been pretty good as well. It wouldn't have been able to kill Quinlan, but we would have been able to attack into Ahsoka, get a massively gridded up Darth Revan, still have the Darth Tyrannus, still would have been pretty good, but Bolstered Endurance prevented the target time from doing anything, and then preventing a bunch of attacks, and that was absolutely amazing. All right, into our next game, and I'm going to resource this always too, and probably the Bolstered Endurance, even though I really like those cards. Sorry for the smaller screen, by the way. We're playing on Petronaki. There was some connection issues with Karabast, so I was having trouble connecting to any game. It was just disconnecting me, and this seems like it's just a problem right now. So we've got ourselves the solid state of getting ourselves a another always two. Let's resource that of the Petronaki experience here. Let's go ahead and we're gonna Death Trooper. We'll hit the 2 units here. Obviously, I'm assuming my opponent's just going to knock out the Death Trooper. They're just going to trade off here. Ascension Cable. All right, well, it's going to get Saboteur, so we just want to attack the Aura Sing for sure here. Wow, that is a lot of Darth Revan's lightsabers, huh? That is a lot of Darth Revan's lightsabers. Let's go ahead and Talzin's Assassin. No, this is Saboteur. Yeah, we're just going to Talzin's Assassin, use the Force, and knock out the Aura Sing. And then, oh wow, they're not going to hit my units. I think that advantages us quite significantly here. What do they just discard? They discarded the jetpack here. Bazine, huh? I mean, they could take Chirrut. They should definitely take Chirrut. We're going to claim initiative here. And then we can start knocking out units left and right, which is going to be pretty nice. Oh, wow. What a good draw. That was actually a fantastic draw. Yeah, let's just knock out Greedo here. We'll see if they hit a non-unit. They do. So a little bit unfortunate there. They could choose to take out the Talzin's Assassin or the Secretive Sage. A couple of options there. Death Trooper, huh? That is not what I would have assumed. Oh, they're going to surprise strike in? Wow, they're going very aggressive here. I'm very surprised as to what is transpiring in this game. Let's go ahead and just attack Bazine, get ourselves a experience here. Yeah, really just surprised as to what is going on here. Let's attack, pass. Shatterpoint's a good pick up here. I'm going to resource the Krennic. I don't think we're going to need that anymore, but we'll see. I mean, my opponent has to have something pretty good here for them to even have a chance in this game. Let's go ahead and start off with just an attack with Talzin's Assassin. Evacuate. Okay, that's fine, actually, because we will just go ahead and attack in for 4. And then we'll play Malik and attack in for another 4. Evacuate, huh? This is a very weird situation. What things do they have? I mean, they have Jetpack, which can give a shield token. That would be pretty obnoxious here. Plus Snapshot Reflexes. So I guess this is pretty good spot for them. This is definitely a pretty decent spot for them, for sure. Because they can deploy Kylo Ren, and they can grab Jetpack, Ascension Cable, Snapshot Reflexes. And that means that they get a 6/8, 7/9, 9/9 shielded, which is pretty good. 9/9 shielded is pretty good. 9/9 shielded, but that means that this... No, it doesn't quite kill, does it? Okay, here comes the units here. They may just ignore, actually. I think that's a reasonable play. Shadowed Intentions. I guess that makes sense because we do have Power of the Dark Side, but that's really risky. Yeah, I don't know about that one, to be honest, for my opponent. What do we want to do here? I mean, we can Darth Revan's lightsabers up the Malik. This is 8. Yeah, so we need Darth Revan's lightsabers up the Malik here. We attack in. We play Constructed Lightsaber on Revan. Attack, kill off, get an experience token, play a Krennic. And now, I mean, they need Super Laser Blast, I guess? I mean, Super Laser Blast would be very good, for sure. Otherwise, we win. GG. GG, they got Waylay, but nope. Yeah, I'm surprised they went with the Shadowed Intentions. I don't know. I think the Shadowed Intentions makes sense up against the Power of the Dark Side deck, though. I get why they went for it. I just don't know if we have this many cards in hand, I don't know if going for the less toughness, because I mean, you know, I'm playing Revan, so you know I'm going to be playing Darth Revan's lightsabers. You already saw Darth Revan's lightsabers in my hand earlier, so you probably know I have one, which means we have a combination of cards that can really mess you up, especially since we're playing Talzin's Assassin. We just have a lot more options to actually just kill Kylo going that direction versus, you know, going with the jetpack plus the Ascension cable direction versus the Shadowed Intentions. So, but really, really close for our opponent. That was really, really close. All right, into the next game, and we got ourselves a good one. We've got a reasonable hand here. I think the Secretive Sage and probably the Always 2 is going to be in the resource pile. My opponent's going to have a lot of space units here, and so we need to find ways to deal with those space units. Darth Tyrannus, Anakin. I mean, Tyrannus looks pretty good, actually. I think I'm going to keep that. Hopefully they have like a Vader here. That's what I would love to see them play. Resupply, huh? All right, we'll just knock out their unit then. I am reasonably happy with that. Lots of upgrades here. I think Axe is the resource here. They have Dornian Gunship. Okay, we'll take one on our Secretive Sage. One to the base. I mean, my opponent's got quite a good curve here in terms of what they have available to them. Shatterpoint. I mean, Shatterpoint could be pretty good here. I think the Talzin's Assassin is going to be pretty slow. I think my opponent just deploys Boba and then takes off the shields here and then sees what they can do afterwards. But we'll see. Very interesting start. Yep, there's the Boba. They're going to get rid of some shield tokens. We're going to deploy Revan because we want to be able to absorb. Oh my gosh. Yeah, that's GG. That's GG. That was gross. Yeah, we got no answer for that. They have the overwhelming barrage. Great start for my opponent. That was gross. The overwhelming barrage was the key to that one. Yeah. There's nothing else to say. We just got wrecked. It is what it is. If we had initiative, maybe, but nope, we did not. So GG. Okay, mulliganing this hand. No turn one plays. Up against Kylo Green here. Okay, this one is a reasonable hand. I think I'll resource. I guess I'll resource the Revan's lightsabers. I actually prefer the constructed lightsaber in this spot. Yeah. Let's see what's gonna happen here. I'm a little bit worried because shield tokens obviously do like nothing up against my opponent's Kylo Ren deck when they've got Vaders incoming. That's obviously a very, very scary situation to be in. Death Trooper is actually a great draw. I very much like that draw. That was a good draw, especially since I can go Death Trooper, hit the Owen, kill Owen with Krennic, and then get an experience token. So let's go ahead and do that. Boom. They're going to resupply. We're going to go ahead and give an experience token. Again, a little bit worried about the Vader ECL, worried about the Kylo deploy. Lots of things to worry about. We got Darth Tyrannus, though. No ambush, though. That's kind of a big, unfortunate circumstance, but it's okay. It's okay. ECL Vader is going to be very scary. They've got a Rey here. Wow. Rey coming in, and we cannot actually do anything about that, can we? Let's go ahead and attack for 3, attack their base. Pass. Here comes Vader ECL if they have it. If they do, this game's going to be really tough. If they don't, I think we're going to have an option here to potentially win. The game's going to be super tough if they have Vader ECL. Yep, there's the Vader ECL. We knew it was coming. Realistically, that's like the way these decks potentially have a chance here. I actually don't even know if we can win now because, oh wow, that's what they decided to do. Huh. All right. Well, I mean, we have to do that. There's another option that we have. We'll deploy Revan, but then they can just deploy Kylo and then suit up the Kylo with nonsense, and then we have no other option. This is GG. That's just the nature of Darth Vader ECL. Honestly, if they didn't have Darth Vader ECL, the game would have been very, very possible to win. But with Darth Vader ECL, the game is impossible to win. As I said, that's kind of the nature of Vader ECL in a lot of the games. Like sometimes you have it and it's just GG, and other times we don't have it and it is not. The other thing is, if this Krennic was a secretive sage, we could have killed the Rey, which would have been an option to do some good work here. But yeah, I mean, this is pretty brutal. I mean, we will go with the lightsaber, but again, it's like they could just attack with Rey here into Revan, or attack into base and get a shield token. It's like, what do you do? Let's go with Chirrut here. They can put a shield token. And we're going to fight it, but I don't really see us having an out here. Okay. We'll trade. Pass. Axe. Talzin's Assassin. I mean, Talzin's Assassin's good, but they can just heal up the unit here. Blah. Blah. Guys, this Rey's doing some work here in this game. I love it. Honestly, I love it. The Vader ECL, the thing I don't like is the Vader ECL, guys. The Vader ECL, okay, now it's GG. We don't have an answer to that. The Vader ECL just makes every game like, okay, if you have Vader, it feels like you win, and if you don't, it feels like we win. Of course, we could have drawn a couple different things later on, like Power of the Dark Side would have been a good draw to deal with some cards. Things like Shatter Point's always good, but none of those, and they had Vader, and rough. Alrighty, into the next game, and we will be able to drop in this Always 2, one of these games, and this might be the game. In fact, I am so excited to get Always 2 down. I am going to resource Axe and the Constructed Lightsaber just to keep Darth Tyrannus around so that I can have a chance of deploying Always 2. And look at that, we didn't even get punished. We can go ahead and drop a Constructed Lightsaber onto this Secretive Sage. Hopefully they don't have a Waylay. If they have a Waylay, I'm gonna be sad. Oh, interesting. Interesting. I'm not really sure what. Oh my gosh, that's a lot of Revan's lightsabers. Guys, that was a lot of Revan's lightsabers. Okay, they've got hidden, which is good. No ambush, no ability to actually knock out the Dooku here. Our Secretive Sage, by the way, gets Sentinel with that, which is pretty nice. And now we resource the Darth Revan's lightsabers, and now they knock out our unit. Sure, we can deploy Revan, and then Always 2. Oh my gosh, it's the game plan, guys. It is the game plan. We are doing it. we are doing it. Are they going to make us flicker the Darth Tyrannus? I mean, I think you do. And then we go always to. Oh, look at that. Look at that. That's absolutely sick. Oh, we won. We didn't have to do anything. We just played always two. Look at that. There's 3 shield tokens on it. It's so crazy. Oh, we were going to play bolstered endurance and make this a 6-11 with double shield. And then. Oh, that made me happy. That made me happy. All right, we got to sit back up in our chair. That was absolutely fantastic. Elegant Small. This is actually a pretty nice hand as well. Got a little bit of ambushing going on and everything like that. And they are asking if I am the real one. Yes, I am. And you are about to be on a video, should you desire. Anyone that, by the way, if anyone says in the chat, it's like, hey, you know, post this on a video, I am 100% obliging them. Otherwise, I just, you know, kind of record as I go. Otherwise, I record as I go. Thank you, good friend Oscar. We'll see what you got brewed over there with your Mull Yellow. We're gonna see what happens here with this. Hopefully we got something pretty good going on over there. Okay, we got a Secretive Sage. They got Deceptive Shade, huh? That's a pretty fun one. That's a pretty fun one. I'm gonna go with Death Trooper because my opponent can just knock out the Death Trooper, by the way, and then they'll get an ambushing unit here. But the ambushing unit probably won't be able to kill Secretive Sage, so I think I'm okay with that. And if I have the opportunity, I will attack the Deceptive Shade to get the experience token, and then they can use their ambushing unit, whatever they want. I don't really care. We have multiple units to deal with whatever they've got here. And look at that. They have a Shin Hati, which totally fine. Totally fine. Okay. Power of the Dark Side, Darth Revan's lightsabers. Honestly, I'm going to resource the Power of the Dark Side because we're not here to kill units, guys. Come on now. Or we're not here to kill units with events. We're here to kill units with our units. That's what we're here to do. Get ourselves a little bit of an experience token. Obviously, they can use the Crystal Caves here, which is absolutely fantastic for them. Oh, wow, they're not going to. All right, I'm just going to attack the HK then. And this is really because, again, my opponent has the ability to knock out just 2 units straight up with the Crystal Cave, or hit 1 unit and then knock out my unit, period. So it doesn't make sense to not let them, or let them just use their action. We got Chirrut, we got Axe. I'm going to resource the Axe here. Let's see what my opponent's got. Let's see what my opponent's got here. I like our hand quite a bit. Darth Tyrannus comes in. That's not bad. That is definitely not bad at all. We're going to deploy Revan here. We'll see what my opponent decides to do as a follow-up. They are going to attack Revan. Sure. Let's go with Darth Malik. And then we will kill Tyrannus, get an experience token, hit them for 3, pass. Oh, baby. What a draw. Let's go. What a draw. Okay, don't kill my units. Please don't kill my units. Please don't kill my units, my friend. Please. We are trying to do something really cool. Yes. Yes. Oh, wait. This is the old mall. I thought this was the new mall. For some reason, this whole time, I thought we were playing against the new mall. Oh my God. I didn't even realize someone would be playing the old mall. Props to you, my friend. Props to you. Oh my gosh, they have breaking in. What a disgusting situation. They have the answer to that. Okay, that's fine. We'll just play Revan, get him big and beefy, and then just win the game, hopefully that way. Oh man, I didn't realize this was the old mall. I don't know why I was thinking the new mall. Obviously that picture is different, but it's so small. I was thinking that they had the new mall. All right. We will see what my opponent's got here. To follow this up, we were able to go with the always 2. Guys, always 2 when it gets off, it is just so good. It is so good. But the problem is setting it up, right? That is the problem. Breaking in, able to do some good work there. Force Lightning, huh? Force Lightning would be very, very scary. I think my opponent's just deciding on what to do. We'll see what they've got here. Darth Revan's lightsabers. Nice little +4/+2 situation going on. Not too bad at all. I hope we didn't DC at all. I don't know. I think our game's pretty well in our favor right now, but there's no. It's not over. My opponent could have a bamboozle, and then we're back to just having a 3/4 Darth Revan, which would be little sad boy. We're gonna type lag just to see if oh, there we go. It was lag. We were frozen. There we go. Okay, back to situation as normal. Chirrut looks okay. Darth Valak is a great play this turn. I do like that. Will resource probably the Tyrannus actually. I'd rather have all these other plays besides Tyrannus or over Tyrannus. They're going to pass. All right, let's deploy Malik here. Get a little bit of value going. We're going to pass. We're going to attack in with Malik. And then we're probably going to attack in with Revan. And then we'll see what they have. This just allows us to set up, lethal all the next turn. Savage Oppress. All right, guys. This is we would have won no matter what, but this now means that we can kill them with their own Savage. We could kill them with the Darth Revan strategy. Yep. GG. Always 2, just absolutely amazing there. They had the breaking in, which is a nice counter. But still, we're able to just kind of run through their overall game plan. I would have probably played that completely differently had I thought that it was, or had I known that it was that it was the old mall. My opponent's got a brew here, and I love it. I absolutely love it. I think Deceptive Shade has some really, really interesting things going on with it, and I'm excited to see someone play it. It's also a Sith card, by the way. It's just not something that we could play since it is in Cunning, but oh my gosh, that always 2. Every single time we get always 2 down, it's just absurd. It's about getting it down, though. All right, that was awesome. All right, everyone. What did we learn with always 2 and Revan following the rule of 2? It was actually pretty solid. There were some games that we got absolutely decimated. The Obi-Wan was one. What was the other one that we literally just couldn't do anything? There was a game here that we couldn't do anything, and I cannot remember what game that was. Oh, it was the Boba Fett one. The Boba Fett that overwhelming barraged and just annihilated us. Those 2 games were brutal. Had we had always 2 in those games, it might have been different. At least in the Boba Fett one. I don't remember what our board was, but oh my gosh, when we get always 2 down, one of the games, someone just immediately conceded, and then the last game that we got it down, our opponent, they had to use multiple cards, their leader plus another card, to just deal with one of the 2 that got buffed up. It was fantastic. The constructed lightsaber, I actually have one of in this list, but about halfway through the video, I ended up changing the list. Normally I don't, but I hadn't really gotten to play all that much with constructed lightsaber being that great in my few games that I played before testing, and then just immediately every single time we played constructed lightsaber, I was like, you know what, it's better than I think. So I ended up going 1 less Shatterpoint and 1 less Anakin, because I didn't feel like Anakin was really all that providing that much, and then I just went the full 3 of constructed lightsaber, the constructed lightsaber plus the Darth Revan's lightsaber, and bolstered endurance, all incredibly important. Bolstered endurance, absolute hero of this deck. It's so massive. If you look at kind of what our curve is, either we deploy Revan and play Malik, and that's a great Malik play. Like Malik, that's one of the reasons why Malik is so good, or Revan is so good, is because you have Malik. But then the other plays that we have is like, okay, I'm gonna play Chirrut, Tyrannus, Talzin's Assassin, always 2, or Shatterpoint, and then I'll have 1 resource left over where Bolster Endurance fits perfectly, because it also gives us the option to make it so that our units probably won't die, and then be able to get that Revan value that we're so looking for. It's also just really good on Chirrut. Constructed Lightsaber plus Bolstered Endurance, or Constructed Lightsaber plus Revan's Lightsaber went on Revan a lot of the times. There were just so many different situations. We even put a Constructed Lightsaber on a Secretive Sage in one of the games, and that ended up being being pretty good. There were just so many different things that happened in these games that were just so fun to look at. And that's what made it so exciting. This is one of my favorite lists to play just because it does some crazy cool things. Like, if you're playing in paper and then you're sitting there and you're like, okay, I'm going to play Always 2, and you bust out your deck box and you go experience token, shield token, attack, another experience token. That's when the game just feels like, that's what I want to do. That's like the Timmy in me. That's what I want to do. It is just so fun. So hopefully you all enjoyed. I know I enjoyed watching one of the games when we played Always 2 and they just immediately conceded. That made me laugh. But not that they could have done anything. I think that was a perfectly reasonable thing to do. I just think that was awesome to watch. Always 2, very inconsistent. Definitely not like anything too crazy. But when it comes down and when it's in the right spot, it is gross. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you all for the next one.